and we're using tape diagrams. Still have about a minute. Okay, I have one person saying it does not make sense. No, it doesn't make sense. Do your best, see what you get. Markers are capped in 5, show me, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Have your marker shoot me up. Good. Down. What on earth should I do first, Dalen? Draw my tape diagram because I asked you to use a tape diagram. What's my total, Nyla? 17. Jocelyn, how do I know how many parts to divide my tape diagram into? So how many is it? Because my denominator is? Thank you. This is the part where a lot of folks are raising their hand and saying, Miss Percy, this does not make sense. Okay. How many parts do we need to find? Say it.
1/3.
How many parts?
1/3.
One part. Each part is 1/3, so you're both correct. Okay? This is 1/3 of 17. Good. Are you going to get a whole number? Let me see heads. Yes or no? Are you going to get a whole number? No. Good. Is that okay? Are some answers not whole numbers?
I said yeah.
Okay. Guys, we build on what we already know to learn the next step. Okay, so we've gotten really used to getting answers with whole numbers. Okay. But it's okay to get an answer that's a fraction. Fractions are numbers too. Right? How do I find 1/3 of 17? Jocelyn?
Do you divide 17 by 3?
Yes, ma'am. Jocelyn was listening this morning. Can I reduce this fraction? Isaiah?
Yes.
Yes. How many times is 3 going to 17?
5.
5 times. Because 5 times 3 is?
15.
Yes. What do we have left over, Aiden? 3 times 5 is 15. So 17. I have 2/3 left over. Thank you, Aiden. Excellent. How much is 2/3 of 17? What did I do? I did something wrong. This should be 5. I wrote 15. Okay, eyes up here. I wrote 15, John. Because I was thinking 3 times 5 is 15. 5. 3 times 5 is 15. We have 2 left over. Questions? Yes, ma'am?
5
18 go into 17? No, so we gotta go down, right, to 5. 3 times 5 is 15. 17 minus 15 is, okay, good. So how much is 1/3 of 17, Dalen? Yeah, 5 and 2/3, good. 5 and 2/3. So I can write that in each box. Okay. There's 2 ways to do this. We're going to do it one way and then the other. Okay, so this one, we've reduced our fraction first. How many parts do I need to find? 3?
1.
I only need to find 1. 1/3 of 17 is 5 and 2/3. Someone raise their hand and in a complete sentence, I need you to tell me how many yards of fabric I can use to make my quilt. I need to see some other hands. Gianna, how many yards of fabric can I use to make my quilt?
5.
I need a complete sentence, please. 5 and 2/3 what? To do what? So can you put it all together in one sentence?
We can use 5 and 5 2/3 to quilt.
I can use 5 and 2/3 yards of fabric to make my quilt. Good. Don't get intimidated by mixed numbers. If you write 17/3, am I going to freak out and fail you? No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's okay. Okay, awesome. Let's move on to our next problem. I need to know, okay, this is a little bit different. I need to know my total in this next problem. So every problem we've had tells us a total, and then we have to split it up. Okay. What if I say 2/3 of, I don't know my total, but I know 2/3 of that number is 8. 3. You're very smart. But we need to use a tape diagram to show. Okay? Remember, most of your questions are going to say draw a picture. What can I do if I don't know my total? Do I still need to draw a tape diagram? Do I still need to draw a tape diagram? Yes. Okay. If I don't know my total, what do I put at the top? Raise your hand, Juanita.
Put 8.
Put 8 at the top. Is 8 my total?
No.
No. So what do I put at the top, Valerie? Put a question mark because we don't know. Good. How many parts can I divide my whole into, Nyla?
3 parts.
How do you know I divided it into 3 parts? Because the denominator's 3. Excellent. Okay, watch this. I don't know what 1/3 is, or at least the problem doesn't tell me. But I know what 2/3 is. Am I representing 2/3 with my bracket? Let me see your heads. Okay, good. I know 2/3 is 8. So how many is 1/3? How many in 1/3 if 2/3 is 8? Chastity? 2 parts is 8, so 1 part is, yes ma'am, 4. Your feet are flat on the floor. Step in our chairs. If each part is 4, you can write 4 at each part. Correct. Oh. Can I figure out my total from this diagram? Can I get a hand to tell me how? Anthony, how do we do that?
You have to
How many parts are in my whole?
Two,
I have 3 parts. How many is each part worth?
4.
4. So how can I find out my total?
You can do 3 divided by 3.
Divided by?
Or no.
We're getting bigger, right? We need to get bigger. We need to get to our total. So if I'm not dividing, what do you think I ought to do? Yeah, I'm going to multiply. Okay? Can someone else explain in your own words why I'm multiplying 3 times 4? Ray, why am I multiplying 3 times 4? To get the total, but why? Why 3 times 4? It's kind of hard to put into words sometimes, right, Nyla? Because there are 3 parts, and each part is worth 4. Excellent. So our total is 12. Questions? Remember, now is your best opportunity. I'm there for you after school too, but your classmates need to learn from you as well. If you have a question, raise your hand. Royalty.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Okay. Let's back up. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show you a tape diagram with a total of 12. Okay, I need eyes up here. And your markers are kept. Okay. Let's say we knew our total was 12, and we want to find 2/3 of 12. How many parts do I divide it into, Royalty? 3 parts, because that's the denominator. Awesome. I want to find 1/3 first. How do I do that? 1/3 of 12 is the same as 12 divided by 3 is the same as 1/3 of 12. Excellent. So, what's 1 part worth, Dalen? 12 divided by 3. Yeah, this is 1/3 of 12, but what's the number? Aiden? Divided by 3, not 2. 3? 4. So I know each part is 4. And then 2/3 would be what? 8, right? In this problem, we started with the 8. We had to find the 12, right? So we knew 2/3 was 8, and we had to fill in the rest on our own. If we know 2/3 is 8, how much is 1/3 worth? 2/3 is 8. How about this? 2 parts are equal to 8. We need to find 1 part. So what do we need to divide by? You're overthinking it. I know that face, you're overthinking it. Simple, simple, think simple. 2 parts is 8. So what's 1 part, Isaiah? 4. 4, because 8 divided by 2 is 4, right? This is 2 parts. So 4 and 4, right? Does that equal 8? Yes, ma'am. If these are all equal parts, what goes in the 3rd box? Yes, ma'am. Now that I have every box, I have a value for every box, all I have to do is add 1. Because I filled in my whole, and that's what we're looking for. Is this good so far? Okay. I have 3 parts. There's 4 in each part. So what's my total? Okay. Thumbs up if you have a better understanding of this now than you did before a student asked a question. Yes, ma'am. I want thumbs up high though. Yeah. Thank you, Royalty, for asking the question. See how many people you just helped? Excellent. Okay. Let's do one more, and then I'm going to turn you loose on your problem set. Okay. Yes, sir, Isaac.
There's a pin on the floor.
That's okay. Why don't you grab it for me, please? Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Tiffany spent 4/7 of her money on a teddy bear. She must have known to build a bear, right? Those bears are expensive. Goodness. Okay. That teddy bear was $24. She's definitely a build bear. Yep. So how much money did she start with? Let me give you a hint. This is like the last problem we just did. Do we know our total? No. We know the cost of her teddy bear, and we know that was 4/7 of what she started with. I need you to tell me how much money did she start with. Use a tape diagram and your whiteboard to show me. You have 3 minutes.